My name is Carson Shaddy, and I'm a freshman baseball player for the Arkansas Razorbacks. I am from Little Rock, Arkansas, but have lived in Fayetteville for the past 10 years. The artwork I've chosen to research is located in Fayetteville, Arkansas on Mount Sequoyah. The cross on Mount Sequoyah was built by the Methodist Episcopal Church. Before the cross was constructed, the mountain was a strategic spot to shell the town during the Civil War by the Confederate forces in the 1863 Battle of Fayetteville. The mountain is important to Fayetteville because after the Union took Fayetteville under control, Fayetteville served as a huge recruiting area for Northwest Arkansas during the Civil War. The cross is one of Fayetteville's most meaningful artworks for my generation because it acts as such a great release from all the bad things in life that we have to deal with. The Methodist Episcopal Church of Fayetteville bought the land from the city, which came with 400 acres and $35,000 to serve as a summer assembly location, and still serves that purpose today. The church built all the buildings and the cross itself in 1922. The cross has always been a place for people to casually drive by and take in the view that the artwork shows. The cross on Mount Sequoyah demonstrates religious value. The cross is more than just a materialistic cross. It reminds people what God has made for us. The cross demonstrates leadership and responsibility, and most importantly, everything that Jesus Christ lived for. The composition of the cross is phenomenal. The relationship that I see between the monument itself and the background shows how well the two images go together. There is a perfect cutout of trees that let you see a beautiful view of the west side of Fayetteville, which leaves a lasting effect on the viewer of amazement to God's land. The stonework that is the base of the cross is also very beautiful. It plays a role in the illusion it gives off to the cross looking smaller than it really is. The background also makes a cross look a lot smaller than it really is. When you stand right by the cross, you can really tell how big it is compared to what you see whenever you're standing on the raised platform. This is the base. Here's the cross, how big it really is. And then here's the platform. I believe that the church used semiology as their methodology to show a sign of a greater God that exists in our world. Since semiology is the science of signs, they usually diverge from the equation of artists with gods. That this is a great example because the church has a God that they look up to. I believe that the God was a signifier and told the church through signs to build the cross to remind us that there is a greater good in our world. The cross is used by the signified for different events like weddings and family reunions, which is a big part of someone's life and could really make a wedding or seeing family a lot much better than it really is. The former is the word that Jesus Christ commands us in the Bible, and the latter is what the cross resembles to its ultimate meaning of being there to remind the audience who sees it of all of our blessings that God gives us. The cross at Mount Sequoyah symbolizes 19th century realism. This movement was an age of culture and politics and revolting against the normal ways that America had been in the past. The First and Second Great Awakening paved a strict road for Christians in their walk of faith, and an upheaval of Christianity spread throughout America that set a strong point in our culture. An artist who expresses realism strains the importance of showing people in their lives as they really are. The church gave us this as a daily reminder for people in Fayetteville that we are minuscule in the shadow of God. Photography also played a big role in 19th century realism. The mutual influence of photography grew steadily throughout this time period. People began to take photos of beautiful backgrounds like the cross to show how beautiful the world was. Another key aspect of 19th century realism was architecture. The art of building objects with iron was very popular in this movement, and it relates to the cross very well. The cross has iron supports that run on the outside of the cross to keep it strong and stable within the cross. Within the iron is a light see-through material that allows light from inside to shine through very well. I chose this work because when I first saw the cross, I was lost at words for how beautiful it was and how big it was as well. The city of Fayetteville has made me who I am today. If I still lived in Little Rock, I would not be half the man I am today. A huge part of this has been my realization to all the blessings that I received from God. The cross shows me how amazing this world is and how lucky I am to be living in such a great area. The cross and its views are not only breathtaking during the day, but is honestly the coolest thing I've ever seen during the night. During the night, the whole city of Fayetteville is lit up, and the cross is lit up as well. I went to high school in Fayetteville, and it has always been a place for my friends and I to go and hang out during the night. We would always climb the cross together and take in how beautiful our city was. I always feel better about myself and how my life is when I leave the cross, and that is why I chose the cross as my work.